Cosmic Fire for the win here, back with another video. Sorry this video's coming a little late. I had to, well, as you can see, I had to get a giant bed. I had to organize a bunch of my stuff, man. I had to work on my model Versa Major. I modified some parts of my DS1 FX Planetarium. I put a blue filter on it, which is really cool because I was just bored. I've been working on rap stuff, things like that. But yeah, we are back here again. You guys are absolutely, positively killing it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad all you guys love the videos. I will keep making them because I know they're really funny. I'm thinking I can maybe do like reaction videos to stupid things I've done, like stupid dreams I've had and stuff like that. But we'll see about that. But that'd be funny because I've had some really crazy ass dreams, you know, some really scary like dreams that I thought were like I thought they would be really funny to share, you know. But first we're going to let's see what we're gonna react to today. We're gonna do another scary video, or maybe we'll do a funny video. I don't know. We can also react to funny videos, things like that. I just been practicing my rap stuff, trying to do that. I need to get a SoundCloud eventually so I can do that. I've been working on beats too, trying to make a beat. That's very hard. I don't know if I'm for that though. I'm not sure. But I know beats are a lot of money too, so I might not have any choice but to learn how to make beats, man. But let's see here. Let's see here. But before we start, make sure to smash that like button and please smash that subscribe button. Let's try to at least get a small milestone here because I'm starting off. I had 200 something subs on my other channel. But this is a new channel, so we gotta do small milestones one at a time, you know. Let's try to at least get to 10 subs. 10 subs, and then after that, we'll maybe do 10 subs, and then maybe do 20 subs, you know. Do one at a time here. Oh crap, let me plug in my extension cord here. Ooh, man. Hit my tailbone on that freaking damn bed again. This is dangerous, people. This is dangerous. Turn that off for now. And let's see what we have. Let's see what scary videos we got today. Let's close the door for now. Oh, there we go. Let's make it nice and scary here, people. Turn on the galaxy lamp. A nice scary red color there. Man, spooky! But yeah, turn on post notifications. Instagram will be, because I'm in a window, so my Instagram will be down here on the other window. Go check those out. I'll leave them up there where I'm pointed. But yeah, let's see what we got here now. Let's do this one, why not? Mystery Man. What is this? Oh, it's membership only content. I'm like, damn, that sucks. Let's see. Let's do... Should we do a scary video, or should we do, maybe do Bruce too? I didn't want to do that. Let's do Bruce. Let's try a Bruce Stu video. Guys, never heard of this guy. This guy's really funny. Let's do Bruce Stu today.
This game.
I don't care about the end. There we go.
All right. Now, back when I was 16 years old, my older sister was on an episode of Divorce Court. Now, you might be sitting there like, wow, that's pretty trashy. Divorce Court? Why would you tell people about that? Well, I'm just a trashy enough person to be proud of that fact, all right? What the hell did your sister do, huh? Raise a family and have self-respect? Yeah, well, my sister got divorced on TV. Whoopity-doo. So I head over to my sister's...
Oh, that's funny, man. Divorced on TV. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that's... Imagine going to a court place. That'd be absolutely... That'd be so funny. Getting divorced there. Oh, that's hilarious, man.
Duplex. And yeah, my sister lived in half a house, just like I did, per family tradition. And the whole plan was for me to stay there for 2 nights to watch my 3-year-old niece. Now, once again, you might be sitting there like, well, who the hell would put you in charge of a kid in the first place? Well, that'd be my stupid-ass sister, that's who. She doesn't make the best life decisions, all right? I mean, she's getting fucking divorced on TV, for Christ's sake. Who cares if I don't know how to do CPR and I think that the Heimlich maneuver is a goddamn WWF wrestling move? I can babysit, all right? I know how to make a chicken pot pie for dinner if I read the instructions really closely. So the first night, my sister heads off to go make a mockery of our family name on network television. And I gotta say, it was a great time babysitting. We fucking watched Scarface on TV. I showed her how to operate a butterfly knife for her first time. And of course, I made...
What the fuck? Oh, butterfly knife. Oh my god, that's hilarious, man. What the hell? Yeah, imagine that. Imagine showing like your little cousin or something. He just gets here. Imagine your family's name is like your father's name is like Tom or something like that. Here, I brought over little Susie here. Can you watch her for a little? And it just turns into the episode of Baby in Yellow, the game Baby in Yellow where you can watch the kid. And then you go over there and she's like, she has like an AK-47 or something stupid and just takes you out or something. It's like, no, little Susie, don't touch the AK-47 or the RPG. You better put that shit down. You're gonna hurt yourself. You know, you're gonna hurt yourself. Put it back. Put it down. Put the AK-47 back in the drawer, as well as the RPG. Oh man, that'd be horrible. And then she's outside. Now she's outside in the garden. With the M16s, with an M16 and C4. It's like, no, don't go to the back garden and threaten people with the M16 and the C4. No, that's not very nice. Absolutely not. Now you're grounded. Imagine she just gets grounded. Little Susie just gets grounded. That's all she gets. Oh man, I think she'd get fucking arrested, to be honest. I think it's time to get law enforcement here, you know? Alright, back to the video here. Let's see here.
Made fucking chicken pot pies for dinner. It was a struggle, but I followed the directions on the box. The second night, however, was a little bit rockier than the first. I'm in the kitchen making dinner, aka chicken pot pies part 2, and my niece is out in the living room watching TV. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, this big-ass thunderstorm comes rolling in, and it starts to be windier than shit outside. Well, next thing you know, the fucking news comes on the TV, and they're like,
We interrupt this program for a severe weather alert.
Reports indicate there's some circly shit in the sky. There could be a possible tornado. Get in the basement. We're all gonna fucking die. Well, like most Midwesterners, instead of getting in the basement, I decided to go stand on the porch to see if I can see a funnel cloud. So I'm standing out there, and I gotta say, the severe weather is indeed pretty...
I'm looking for a funnel cloud. I want to jump in the funnel cloud like a water slide. It can't be that dangerous. Imagine that. Imagine you go outside. I want to touch the tornado. Imagine it's like the mile per hour wind is like as bad as a hurricane. And it's like, oh, I see the funnel cloud. It like lights up like you found gold or something, or like pirate treasure. You go near it. You go near the damn funnel cloud, and it's actually just normal. You know what I mean? We don't actually do a scary video. We're just gonna do a video and turn that on. But oh man, that would be so funny, man. That would be so damn hilarious. What the fuck? I need to touch the funnel cloud. I think it would be fun to ride the tornado. Things that Minecraft does that can poison children's brain. Imagine your child trying to go ride a tornado. The funnel. Oh no, don't go ride the funnel cloud, little Timmy. It's not that safe. It's like, oh mom, shut up. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Go back with your friends inside. I want to go touch the funnel cloud. It's like, no. No, you're stupid. Why would you go freaking touch the damn funnel cloud? Jeez. People are dumb sometimes. Anyways.
Pretty severe. At any second, I expect to see fucking Helen Hunt's ass pull up in a Chevy Silverado like, ah, fuck, it's an F5. We gotta get Dorothy in the air. Stat. But I go back inside and I'm like, that's fine. I don't see a tornado out there. What are we gonna fucking run and hide in the basement like a bunch of pussies? Well, next thing you know, somebody starts banging on the front door of my sister's half of the house. I go to answer the door and there's this lady and a kid standing there. Where the hell's the lady that lives downstairs at? She's getting divorced on TV. Why? Who the hell are you? I'm the lady that lives upstairs. Look, can you watch my kid for 10 minutes? I gotta go pick up my mom. She doesn't have a basement in her house. You don't even know who the fuck I am. I'm desperate at this point, all right? I don't want my kid eaten by a goddamn tornado. So next thing you know, I'm the parental guardian of this lady's kid while she runs off into the abyss to try to save her basement-deficient mother. And I'm staring at this kid, and I don't even know what to say at this point. Hey there, how's it going? Have you, ever seen a butterfly knife before? Well, shit decides to get a lot more real when we hear a fucking tornado siren going off in the distance. Oh, boy, that can't be good. What do you guys think? You guys want to go?
It's just a kid, like, it's just a dumbass holding, like, blowing a horn or something. There's someone using, like, oh man, what is it called? One of those apps where you just have a phone and you play the sound. Oh, that's funny. Or it's just someone making a beat using an effect. It's an F5! Fucking run! Oh man.
Oh, run and hide in the basement like a bunch of pussies? I don't know. All right, everybody, field trip in the basement. Here we go. So there we are, me, my niece, and some unnamed child sitting in the dark in the basement. And at this point, I'm just assuming that this kid's mom's probably out there dead in the street, and I'm his fucking future parental guardian for good. I'm sitting there thinking about all the shit that I can remember from the movie Twister, because really, it's the only knowledge I have of tornado safety. All right, everybody, let's take off our belts and let's tie ourselves to a strong pipe like Bill Paxton did back in 1996. We don't have any belts. God damn it, of course you guys don't have belts. What the hell are they teaching you in school these days, huh? Are you gonna stop, drop, and roll if you catch on fire, or are you just gonna fucking stand there and burn to death? What the fuck? All right, well, we should all be safe as long as we stay in this nice, safe basement, okay? And right after I said that, that's when I realized I got fucking chicken pot pies baking in the oven upstairs. I gotta go up there and get those bitches out before I burn the whole goddamn house down, which would be some shit, I'd have to say. You survive a fucking tornado attack just to die in a fucking house fire? These kids don't know how to stop, drop, and roll. What the hell are they gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs and get the pot pies. If I'm not back in 2 minutes, I'm probably dead. And you guys are just gonna have to do some Lord of the Flies shit or something. I don't know, figure it out. So I go up to the stairs, and in my head at this point, I'm thinking a fucking tornado is going right down the street like,
I'm gonna get you, you little chicken pot pie eating son of a bitch.
and then there goes the fucking duplex, bye-bye. But luckily for me,
Bye-bye.
I look out the window, and just like Forrest Gump said in the movie, well, Forrest Gump, and just like that, somebody turned off the rain, and the sun came out. Holy shit, we're all not gonna die? Kids, get up here. Turns out you guys all have a future after all. Hooray, hooray, hooray. Now, to this day, I have no idea if
You have a future after all. Oh, wow, that's great. Everyone give them a round of applause. Woo! Woo! Oh, that's funny. Imagine she just becomes like a prostitute on the street or something. I dropped out of... I've done high school, and I dropped out of college, and now I'm a prostitute. My life is done. That's what I want to be. Like one of his brothers, like, that's what I want to be when I grow up. That'd be so funny. Oh man. Okay, the thing is, I've cooked a Pop-Tart that actually exploded in my face. That's not even a joke I had. And it was, looking back at it, it was funny. It was funny. But the fire department, I can laugh at it now. The fire department was called. It's like, oh no, you burned a Pop-Tart to death. It was all charcoal and black and destroyed. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. That Pop-Tart, that Pop-Tart is well overdone, you know? Yeah, I can't speak today, man. Jeez.
Tornado ever touched down in the area or not, but in the end it didn't matter. We all survived. Hell, even little no-name's mom survived at the end. Yeah, the weather was so bad, we ended up just waiting it out in my mom's bathtub. Anyways, thanks for watching my kid, random stranger that I'll never talk to again. The next day, my sister gets back and she's like, well, how'd it go? Anything interesting happen? Well, we almost got murdered by the weather, but besides that, no, it was cool. How was getting divorced on TV? Oh, it was great. I got to dress like a slut, and I told everybody that I was the Paris Hilton of Toledo. You fucking said what? Yeah, that's right. My sister on network TV told everybody she was the Paris Hilton of Toledo. Can you imagine somebody with the same last name as you going on Fox and saying that shit out loud? Now, there used to be a clip on YouTube that some guy uploaded like fucking 15 years ago, but that video doesn't exist anymore, which brings me to why I made this whole cartoon in the first place. If anybody out there has a clip of my sister on divorce court saying she's the fucking Paris Hilton of Toledo, please send it my way. I'd greatly appreciate it. The end.
Oh, that was really funny, actually.
BruceDude.com.
That was actually really hilarious. Bruce Dude's videos are fucking hilarious, I'm telling you. Alright, let's watch a really scary video. I know you guys like the scary videos. Scary haunted caves. Or let's do scary haunted forest. Why not? Because we've done caves, let's do forests. It's 3, but it's 29 minutes long. What the hell? Oh, Mr. Nightmare's cool. Shout out to Mr. Nightmare. Go check Mr. Nightmare out. He's cool. I've watched him for hours once.
Brace yourself for the literal terror I'm about to share with you. I don't even know if this is the place for a story like this.
Did you guys hear the katydids? I've heard them before. The forest is actually really cool. Like, I fuck with the forest, you know? The forest is awesome. So, thing is, we don't have that many freaking rural places here because the damn stupid-ass light pollution is so bad. And, you know, Delaware wants to become a town, you know? So, it's just bullshit, which sucks. Like, imagine living somewhere for 45 fucking years. You go back to where you live, there's a fucking town. I'd be like, hell no. We're shut that shit right off. I don't want this light dome cloud bullshit right over my house where I used to see the Milky Way all the time. We're turning that shit off. You know, that would be horrible. Like, that guy I would fist fight. I'd fist fight the guy that made those buildings. I'd be like, oh, no, you didn't, buddy. No, you didn't. You better get that shit down, you know? You better put up dark sky friendly lighting or put a giant massive ass deck over the entire city to block all sky glow from coming in my direction. Or just make why don't we just do this? Let's just put our cities, okay, so you build a city, right? If you're building a city, if you make the mistake by making light pollution, how come we don't just build massive ass giant skyscrapers? Not skyscrapers that make light pollution windows, but skyscrapers that are basically, like, not a skyscraper, but basically it's a giant box that extends really high into the air to go over all of the town. like a bit, all of the town around all the antennas, because you need antennas to service, you know? And then you could just, it'll be pitch black again, you know? It'd be pitch black again, I believe. I believe that would work, but I believe people are just freaking really damn lazy, you know what I mean? But anyways, what I was saying is, we don't got that around here really anymore. It's very rare to find that. It's rare to find a fucking, a pond with lily pads and frogs in it here. Like, when I saw a pond with lily pads and frogs, and I'm like, what the hell, this is amazing. I've never seen this nature before. Because I live in a damn neighborhood. I don't live in a place that's rural. I mean, it's kind of rural here, but you have stupid neighbors, and it's like, turn your shit off, you know? Turn that damn light off before I come over there with M16 and shoot it off, you know? It's like, turn it off, you know? It's like, turn it off. But anyways, what's in the forest, what I hear in the forest is you'll hear katydids, crickets. Also, you'll sometimes hear birds really early in the morning. And you'll see the, what else is there? Katydids, crickets, and sometimes you'll hear raccoons and squirrels early in the morning. Sometimes, or early in the afternoon. You'll hear squirrels and raccoons sometimes. But anyways, let's see what we got here.
But I can't think of anywhere else to talk about it, and I just need to put it out there. I've told everyone under the sun about this. My family, my neighbors, my friends, random news outlets. It's never enough. I can't really explain it, but I feel some weird obligation to inform as many people as possible about what's been happening to me. So here goes. It's November of 2019 as I'm writing this. The story goes way back. I'm talking like 7 years plus. I can't tell you the exact year off the top of my head, but let's just say 2012. It might have been 2013, but that's my best guess. I was in my mid-20s with a stable job and girlfriend who's now my fiancée. I never went to college, so I had been in the workforce for a while, and it was unlikely that my life would ever experience any drastic change. Because of that, there was no reason for me to move forward.
Okay, one thing I'm gonna point out is fucked up, but it's true. Looking for relationships nowadays is so damn hard. It is so hard to find relationships because there's so much people talking shit on social media. You have social media, that's why no one communicates anymore, really. Like, for real, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Like, it's absolutely terrible, man. Absolutely terrible. Anyways, back to what I was doing.
Far away from home, so I didn't. At that age, my girlfriend and I had just moved into my childhood home that my parents so graciously passed on to me as my first house. It's an extremely old brick house that my dad had actually inherited from his parents when he was around 40, so I'd be keeping it in the family. The house itself has seen a few rounds of...
I gotta yo, look at that. That's a place where I live, but it's impossible. The light pollution's a moving, dog shit, annoying, piece of crap, piece of shit, horrible, living, walking nightmare. You live somewhere rural, it gets fucked up in like 30 years. It's absolutely terrible. Yeah, Johnny just moved in, and then we got Frank over here with his fucking floodlight. Oh my god. You see the sky glow there? Yeah, that happened just like 2 days ago, and these people think they have the right. No, you don't have the fucking right to put your floodlight out and make it that bright. Absolutely not. Hell no. It's terrible. It's terrible, and I want this to be spoken out to the public, because the public needs to know that this is not acceptable for people that have a big-ass connection to the stars like me and a lot of other people that might be subscribed to my channel. It's absolutely terrible, and it's something that I love so much. I love the stars, and I'm very passionate of stopping light pollution because it's so terrible. But anyways, here we go. Let's get back.
Renovations, but you can still tell it's old. It's the brick that gives it away. There are very few brick houses in our area, so it sticks out like a sore thumb. I kind of like that though, it feels special. Speaking of our area, we live in a very woodsy neighborhood, so the houses are spaced pretty far apart. Our house is also the last lot on our street, so instead of bordering the woods on just one side, we border it on two. The woods...
Let me pause one more time. There are places, right, where if you go down to like Galena and stuff like that in parts of Maryland, you'll find there are places where they space out their houses. If you want to expand your society and your physical place like an asshole, because that's what they do. I mean, you don't really always have a choice unless you're going to follow laws and stuff like that. You want to space out your houses as much as possible. What other dickheads are doing is they're physically taking so much land and literally ruining society. They are literally ruining rural places like woods and stuff by literally making neighborhoods that are aligned and uniformed with houses in Delaware and places like that. I don't mean to shit on Delaware, but I do also. Because it is horrible what they do. And eventually, if they don't knock it off of their shit, I'm going to see a really visible glow of their light pollution. Like, I can already see Middletown's light pollution, things like that, parts of Delaware like that. But, I mean, it's just horrible. It's horrible. If you live on the East Coast, let me know in the comments. If you live, tell me if the light pollution is really bad. If you live in the West, you're not really getting that much light pollution. No one wants to live in the damn desert, you know? That's where you want to live. You want to live somewhere that's not habitable. You know, fucking live somewhere that's not habitable. So when you die, there won't be any light pollution still. You know what I mean? I mean, I'd live somewhere like New Hampshire. I want to live in New Hampshire because it's too cold for that much habitable place, you know? But anyways, let's see here.
Back there is massive, and I mean massive. As a kid, my brothers and I would often go exploring in there, but no amount of aimless wandering ever got us even close to charting the whole thing. I'm sure some people would find that intimidating, but I've always enjoyed the wilderness, so it wasn't a big deal to me.
Damn.
Plus, I'm a guy who likes keeping to myself. Always have, so being isolated in my own little corner of the earth was appealing. Anyway, my girlfriend and I had been living there for a few months when all this started happening. It was sometime in the winter. I can't remember the exact month. All I know is that there was snow on the ground. It was sometime after 8 in the morning on a Sunday, the one day a week I got to sleep in. As I was getting in my pickup truck to treat myself to a coffee like I do every Sunday morning.
Facts, man. Like, facts. Like, it's so true. It's so beautiful. That is a fact right there. It is literally facts. Like, it's amazing. It's so true. I used to have a beautiful place, like, I used to be able to look out my window and see, like, I've seen the glow of the Milky Way and even the top part of it. I used to see that when he had that dumbass light off. But, you know, people are like that. You can't do anything about it right now. You have to reason with them. And it's just so hard, man. It's so hard. Anyways, let's see here.
I noticed something odd. In the driveway, right next to my car, there was what looked like a trail of footprints in the snow. My first thought was that my girlfriend had somehow woken up before me without me hearing her, and she came out to the driveway for whatever reason. But the more I looked around, the more I realized that was impossible. The path led across my front yard and through the hole in our side yard fence, meaning the footprints had originated from somewhere in the woods. On top of that, the trail didn't lead anywhere near our house, meaning they couldn't have been created by my girlfriend. I remember standing there, confused as hell. The trail didn't lead around our house or up to any of the windows, just the driver's side door of my car. That meant someone had walked directly from the woods to my car, only to immediately turn around and walk straight back into the woods. It was bizarre. I ended up asking my girlfriend about it later that day, but she obviously wasn't responsible for it. I wish I could give you more details about that first instance, but it was so long ago that that's about as much as I remember. It must have been at least 2 winters after that when the next thing happened. I specifically remember it being 2015, because that was the year my Seahawks lost the Super Bowl to Tom Brady. I woke up that morning and walked to my car. I think it was a weekday, but I'm not positive. As soon as I stepped outside, I instantly knew something was very, very wrong. There were footprints everywhere. I'm talking in the driveway, near all the windows, around the perimeter of the house. The yard was completely covered in them. I'm a pretty level-headed guy, so I'm not going to say I started panicking, but I'd be lying if I said I was completely calm in that moment. I was already late for work, so I didn't have time to inspect the prints very closely, but I didn't want to leave my girlfriend in a potentially dangerous situation. I quickly ran around the house and yard to make sure no one was lurking on the property, but that was about all I could do in the limited time I had. As I was pulling out of the driveway, I texted my girlfriend about the situation so she wouldn't freak out. I ended up leaving work early that day, mostly because the situation was stuck on my mind. By the time I got home, my girlfriend had made some shocking discoveries. As soon as I pulled up, she beckoned me into the yard and pointed at one of the trails, saying it had been bothering her all day. At first, I was confused, but then I realized what she was talking about. None of the footprints had left any shoe marks. I felt like an idiot for not picking up on it sooner. Whoever had left the footprints had been walking around in their bare feet. I was at a loss for words. Who the hell would walk around barefoot in freezing cold temperatures? My girlfriend suggested that maybe it was some kind of animal, but the prints genuinely looked like 2 human feet. We went inside and
Yeah, like, are you a psychopath? What the fuck? Like, seriously, who walks around barefoot? That's a terrible idea.
called my dad, but he said he'd never experienced anything like that in all of his years of living in that house. He told me to grab my rifle and try tracking down whoever had left the footprints. I really didn't want to, but I knew this kind of thing was my responsibility. My girlfriend wanted to call the police, but I knew that would be a waste of time. We had no evidence that a crime was committed, and I didn't think trespassing would warrant a search. I told her I'd call the police if I found something in the woods, and she agreed. Like I said before, that woods is its own world, so I told myself I'd turn back as soon as the sun started going down. I slung my rifle over my shoulder and headed out. I must have been following the trail for like 30 minutes when I noticed something really strange. Seemingly out of nowhere, the trail split into 2 diverging paths. I didn't know which one to follow. Hell, I didn't.
Guys, we're probably only going to do one story because it's almost already 4 o'clock and my mom comes home soon and I don't want to interrupt the video. But yeah.
Even know that was possible. I thought maybe whoever had left the trail had doubled back to confuse me, but then a scarier thought hit me. Was there more than one person out there? I was under the impression that I had been tracking one person this whole time. The possibility of multiple people had never even occurred to me. That was enough to shake me up, though. I wasn't fully comfortable knowing I could be outnumbered out there. I stood there a little while longer before deciding to turn around. It was getting dark anyway. As I was walking back, I couldn't help but think about those footprints. I felt like I would have noticed if 2 people were trying to walk in the same footprints. There's no way the person in the back could have done it without messing up at least once. And then I thought that maybe someone had walked backwards from deeper in the woods to make it look like there had been 2 people there the whole time. And then, obviously, there was the possibility that it was just one person who doubled back on himself. Maybe someone had been carrying another person on his back and just got tired. I really didn't know which explanation was the most disturbing. We did end up calling the police that night, but as I predicted, they told us there wasn't much they could do without definitive evidence of a crime. I told my girlfriend I was going into the woods again the next morning, but it snowed pretty heavily that night, so there were no prints to follow anymore. My girlfriend was obviously terrified, but there was literally nothing we could do. Luckily, that was the last thing that happened that winter. In fact, nothing happened for a few years after that. I would go as far as to say we had forgotten about the whole thing. A lot had happened since then. My girlfriend and I got engaged in that time frame, and we were focusing on other things.
This is the perfect example of what happens in 2025 because our lighting is so horrible. You see this white line here? See how shitty this white line is? That's like probably the nearest city or some shit like that. It's terrible. There's no way to stop it because we're trying to convince so many people that it's bad, and it's just so hard to do. People are like, safety, safety. I want to be safe. Don't be a pussy. Don't be stupid. You can be safe and have the right lighting and let us have the night sky. It's just not that hard. But people are like, I want my safety. Well, too bad. You gotta follow. If you can have your safety, and we can have our stars. You know. Like, how come you don't see stars in LA or California, any place like that? Because when you're in the city, it's because the light pollution, they're trying to get light pollution, like, ordinances there. But it's going to take, like, so long. It might take 10 years or so. But if you go to Florida, there's dark sky places there, too. In Maryland and stuff like that, we have an ordinance, but still, people don't follow the damn ordinance. But if you go down to the downtown, stuff like that, there are people that follow the ordinance, and you can see them having shelter lights and things like that, you know? But anyways, back to the video. But this might not be that. It might just be star reflection or air glow, something like that. I'm not sure. Or it's just the closest town, and he's just still far away from the town, and it's just on the horizon. Not sure.
Wouldn't be writing this if the story ended there, though. What I'm about to tell you happened less than a year ago. It was just after the new year.
The thing is, there's a lot of stars there. So maybe it's not light and pollution domes. It could just be the natural glow of the night sky. Who knows?
So January of this year, one random morning, I woke up to footprints all over my property. Just like that, all the memories came flooding back. My fiancée actually broke down in our bedroom, asking me if we'd ever escaped this nightmare. I didn't know what to tell her. It was actually worse this time. There were footprints leading to my shed, and a bunch of tools were missing. God knows what else those people had done. I was furious. I called up my friend Theo, explained the situation, and asked him if he'd help me. He's a big wilderness guy, and a much more experienced hunter than I am, which is part of the reason I asked him for help. He agreed and drove over to my place a few hours later.
I don't know why. Damn, that was good. That was an interesting, scary story, basically. What are we at here now? We're at 14 minutes. We might have to call it quits here. Damn, that was awesome. Make sure you guys smash that like button and smash that subscribe button. Turn on post notifications. Cosmic Fire for the win out. Peace.